So I've made a ton of desk setups in the past for myself, for friends, clients, but this time I wanted to do something a little different, something versatile for my workflow while still giving me space in order to unwind after a long day. So I gave myself one simple goal: build a clean, aesthetic, and functional setup for under $1,000. Now this price doesn't include the PC, console, or laptop. It's strictly everything around the desk that makes the setup look and feel premium. So let's build it step by step. Now every great setup starts with a solid desk. I wanted mine to be more intentional, something that could hold my PC, label printer, and camera gear without cluttering the desk itself. So why not have them be incorporated to the desk itself? This time, I didn't go with black. I know. This desk also offered additional power and some drawers that I can actually store some more equipment into. My first upgrade to this desk is ambient lighting. I'm going to go ahead and use the Govee LED Strip 2 Pro. It's app controlled, reacts to music, and honestly it does more than just glow. It sets the whole mood for the entire space. Plus, it makes those late night gaming sessions and editing sessions way easier on the eyes. I wanted a simple clock for my desk. I ended up going with the Echo Spot. It was a minimalistic design, and it's more than just a clock. I can use it to control everything in my room with just my voice. From my lights to my fan, setting alarms, anything I needed to do. Plus, it didn't have those annoying ads screaming at you constantly throughout the day, like my previous Echo Show had. Now, even though this desk did come with a monitor riser, I decided not to use it. Instead, I decided to keep a couple things from my old setup. First thing being the $30 monitor stand that actually surprisingly matched the desk itself. It gave me extra space underneath my monitor as well as above it. The second thing I decided to keep was my monitor itself. I have the Sceptre 30-inch curved gaming monitor. I've had it for nearly 5 years, which is insane. It's simple, immersive, gives me fast refresh rate when I need it, good graphics when I need it, and did I mention it's affordable? Maybe one day I'll upgrade to OLED, but for now, this one's doing me just fine. As for peripherals, that's something I often rotate. Right now I'm using a combo from Redragon. For my keyboard, I decided to go with the K7 36 Pro. It's a 90% keyboard, which I actually love because I use the numpad a lot, so this works perfectly. Not only is this a good looking keyboard, it feels and most importantly sounds amazing. The M916 ULT mouse in black. It's lightweight, wireless, and it's a simple design. I'll probably swap these out again soon in the future. I like testing new ones out. Now for the foundation of my audio. This is the FIFINE low profile boom arm. It's solid, sleek, and minimal. It's made out of full metal. It's sleek and minimal, exactly what I wanted and was looking for. I've gone through a ton of boom arms over the past few years. Some are ridiculously bulky. Others are way too cheap. They couldn't even hold the microphones themselves. This one just works. It's made out of full metal, so it feels premium right out of the box. Even if you bump into it or fully extend it, it doesn't wobble or sag. Even with heavier microphones out there, you can get full adjustability too. It goes 220 degrees vertically and a full 360 degrees horizontally. That means I can swing it in and out of frame fast, tuck it away when I don't need it. And one of my favorite features, it has built-in cable management, so you don't need to rely on Velcro straps or zip ties in order to cable manage your microphone, which keeps the setup super clean and out of the way. If you want a low profile setup that stays out of your face when you don't need it, then this is the boom arm to get. Next up, to power the microphone, we have this tiny little box. This is the FIFINE SC1. It's the whole brains for the audio. It's a USB audio interface that allows you to get professional level control without taking up half your desk. You've got a clean XLR input, real physical gain knob, zero latency headphone jack on the front. That's huge if you're monitoring during live streams or voiceovers like this one. There's no weird delay, just their voice in real time. It's also powered by USB-C, so there's no bulky power bricks. I've tested it out with a few microphones, and you've seen them here on the channel, and it pushes enough clean gain that I don't have to use a cloud lifter or any boosters whatsoever. What really stands out is the simplicity. You don't need to install drivers or open a DAW or open a DAW just to get the clean audio. You just plug and play into your computer, tweak the gain, and your mic is ready. For YouTube, Zoom, Twitch, whatever you need, it's got you. This is probably the cleanest and easiest ways to get pro sound without spending hundreds of dollars on a setup. And the XLR microphone that we do use, we'll get back to that later. And since we do stream, this is the webcam I decided to go with, the Anker C200. With its 2000 resolution image. I have been nonstop streaming when it came to this. It has an app that allows you to customize this to your liking. You can adjust things like the field of view, which goes up to 95 degrees, which is actually very wide considering it's a webcam, and it doesn't look weird when you do it. You can zoom in, change the resolution, adjust the color temperature. It even has very fast autofocusing and a decent microphone that can change the pickup pattern between 90 degrees and 360 degrees. So this is what it sounds like for the Anker C200 microphone. Hopefully it sounds decent. I've been streaming on this one for a while. It does have some sound, and plus you could cover it. Even though it looks okay in low light, I don't want my viewers to see that during stream, so we're actually going to put a light. I went with the Godox ES30 Keylight. I have it mounted on the desk. It has full articulation with a 360 degree ball head. Onboard controls, which allows you to change the Kelvin temperature, brightness, has a memory function and a quick toggle to be able to turn it on and off. And most importantly, it's silent, soft lighting. Even at low brightness, this can make a huge difference for your video. When we do stream on our Xbox, we do use the QAME capture card. This offers the best of both worlds, high resolution at 4K 60 FPS, as well as a high frame rate at 1080p at 240 FPS. So no matter how I plan to use this capture card on intense FPS games or high resolution games, my audience will be able to feel the game in action. Also, I like the fact that I can plug in my wireless lav system and use that to stream instead of my boom arm if I ever plan out to get out of my chair and... Now in terms of audio for editing and casual gaming, I use the Soundcore Q45s. Their noise cancellation is super good. They're really comfortable. They have 60 hours of battery life. They're a little bulky for streaming, so I don't use them for streaming, but for everything else, yeah, I do use them. They're a great value with solid sound. And finally, microphones. Yes, plural. I use two. I use the FIFINE AM8 XLR microphone as well as the FIFINE AmpliTank 3. I use one for streaming and one for voiceovers. The AM8 has a RGB and a plastic build, whereas the Tank 3 has a full metal build and is a little bit more premium. Here's the fun part. One of these was actually used to record the entire video. Can you guess which one? Every correct answer enters you to win that mic. So this is what the FIFINE AM8 microphone sounds like when you are using it with XLR. This is the original audio unedited, and this is what it sounds like when you edit the audio. Either way, I find this microphone to sound super good, regardless if it's a raw or if it's edited. When it's edited, it sounds even more magical. So we're gonna go ahead and test this one out. So this is exactly what it sounds like, and this is exactly what you can expect when you are getting this microphone. So I'm gonna show you guys the raw audio now, which sounds pretty good. And this is what it sounds like when you edit the audio. All right, so now let's go ahead and jump into the noise cancellation test. All right, so we're on the noise cancellation test with the air purifier on the third mode. Now let's add some personality to the setup. Above my monitor, I mounted a pegboard where I pin my Polaroids. And to the side of those, we have poster frames, which we filled with movie posters, as well as some of our comic books inside. But in order to elevate this wall, we're going to go ahead and add some wireless spotlights on top of the posters. These are fully wireless RGB puck lights, I guess you could say, that are magnetic. They have real whites, they're rechargeable, fully wireless, and they light up the posters perfectly. Simple additions like this really make a setup come to life. Now, a big thing for me is cable management. It's always a work in progress, but for this setup, I spent around $40 and kept things simple. I use magnetic cable clips, color-coded tabs with matching color coding Velcro ties. So whenever I need to swap something out, I know exactly which cable to pull out without undoing everything. It's not perfect, but I also don't want to add one of those bulky cable knits again or hide everything else in a box. This feels much cleaner, more flexible, and honestly way less of a headache whenever something needs to be changed out. Most importantly, nothing drags on the floor. It makes the whole setup feel intentional and honestly less cluttered, meaning I can stay more focused on my tasks. And if you're building a new setup, don't skip this step. It's not just about looks, it makes your space feel finished. Now, since I want to keep this setup looking clean and feeling clean, I have this Aroeve Air Purifier, which makes the whole space smell and feel lighter. I've had this specific unit for over 2 years now. It's been working great. Something else that gets used daily is my Dreo reverse osmosis water filtration system. Gotta stay hydrated while editing or gaming. It comes with 2 pitchers that I fill up every morning, and my goal throughout the day is to be able to finish those by the end of the day. I make sure to store them in my mini fridge so I can have cold, purified water. So that's the build. Everything you saw from lighting, gear, sound, aesthetics, all done under $1,000. And yeah, the rest of the room, still a work in progress, but 100 likes and maybe I'll finish it. Let me know in the comments down below what you would change or add into your own dream setup. And don't forget to guess the mic I'm using right now for a chance to win it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. We out.